is my little morning snack. I'm having some electrolytes and then some immune powder. Since we have been traveling so much, I'm trying to do everything I can to keep my immune system strong. So I'm drinking this, and then for a little morning snack before my walk, I'm doing some cottage cheese, some roasted pumpkin seeds, and then hot honey. This tastes so good, and it gives me a little bit of protein first thing before I'm ready for my bigger breakfast of the day. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's Monday. We just got back from a trip to Mexico City this past week, and I thought that today I would bring you guys along on a little post-travel reset. I am 23 weeks pregnant as of yesterday, and I am definitely feeling it. I feel a lot bigger and just pregnant. We had a really good trip, but I am so happy to be home. We spent the week in Mexico City and it was really fun, but also extremely humbling. I'm gonna get into more of that later in the video and kind of go over my experience. It's already the afternoon. I spent the morning just kind of getting back into my morning routine, making sure I'm getting hydrated, eating good food, and I went on a walk to try and beat the heat. It is so hot in Nashville. We're having like a heat wave. I think a lot of the country is right now. Pregnancy and humidity and heat just do not mix well. So I've been a little bit slower today, but it does feel good to just have a Monday, a fresh start to get back into my routine and kind of get things rolling for the week. We actually are leaving for the beach in just a few days, so we're only gonna be home for a couple days, but this will be a much more relaxing weekend for the 4th of July. On today's agenda, I kind of just spent the morning and the first half of the day just taking care of myself, and now I want to get some productive things done. I want to catch up on laundry. I have a ton of laundry to do. I want to unpack and sanitize my suitcases so they're ready to go for our next trip. Typically on Mondays, I would do some meal prep for the week, but since we're leaving on Thursday, it's not really necessary for me to spend time meal prepping. So I'm just gonna go to the grocery store and get some of our essentials for what we need just for the next few days, and then I think I'm gonna make some juice and maybe some lunches so that we have those on hand for work days until we leave, and then just stock up the fridge for what we need for the next few days. Laundry is started. We did go on a hot air balloon one of the mornings that we were there. It was such an amazing experience. But when we landed, we ended up landing in a field that we were not supposed to. And long story short, we kind of got stuck in the mud, and they were trying to pull us out with like a pickup truck and a trailer. The pickup truck got stuck in the mud and was like spinning mud back into the hot air balloon basket. So it was a whole thing. And this is a brand new sweatshirt that Jesse just got, and it got mud all over it. So I'm gonna try to get it out with these stain removers. It did work on chocolate ice cream. I just sprayed it down with the Koala Eco stain spray, and then sprinkled a little bit of the Oxygen Boost from Branch Basics on top and let it sit for a few hours, and it came out like brand new. So I'm gonna try it on this and see if it works with mud. Okay, the next thing I need to do is sanitize our suitcases. I'm just gonna use my Biome wipes again for this. These are disinfectant wipes, so they're perfect for this. And then the only other thing that I need to clean is this like beach bag. I was pretty much using this every single day. It was definitely getting sat down on the ground, on benches, in public places. There unfortunately were not a lot of hooks in bathroom stalls, so it did end up sitting on the floor in the bathroom sometimes, which now I'm thinking about that, and that's absolutely disgusting. I don't really think that you can wash this without ruining like the braiding in the bag. So I think I'm just gonna spray it down with some disinfectant spray and then let it sit out in the sun to hopefully kill the germs. Let's see see if that works. This is the spray that I'm gonna use. It's actually a kitchen cleaner, but it is a disinfectant, and typically I would use Branch Basics, but it's not considered a disinfectant, so I'm not sure if it will end up killing the germs. So I'm just gonna spray this on here, give it a good coating, and then let it sit out in the sun. Okay, I did some meal planning on the flight home last night, so I just wrote down everything that I need for groceries. I'm gonna put it into my notes app list and then head to the store, hopefully before it gets too busy, but it's definitely getting around that time of the night when everyone is grocery shopping for dinner tonight. So I wanna make sure I get this done and get there and back as quick as possible. For dinner tonight, we're gonna be doing a BLT pizza. This meal is so nostalgic to me. My mom used to make it all the time when we were kids in the summertime, and it just tastes so good and so fresh. And it is so hot in Nashville right now, so I'm gonna make something that's just light and refreshing, and it tastes so good. About ready so you can eat. I'm tired. Okay, so basically I just cooked the crust with a little bit of olive oil, and then once it was cooked, I put some cheddar cheese on so it could melt, and then added the chicken. And now we're gonna put the salad and the toppings on top. So the salad is just romaine lettuce, and then for the dressing, I just had a little bit of mayo left in here. So I just added some red wine vinegar and oregano and shook it up and made a dressing, and then I just coated this lettuce in it. And then you do want to serve this immediately because that way the lettuce doesn't get too wilty. You just put this right on top. Probably could have done a little bit more, but. And then we add our bacon bits, fresh tomato. I'm really trying to force myself into liking tomatoes. I've never liked them ever since I was a kid, but I just feel like they should taste good to me, so I'm kind of forcing myself into liking them. Okay, and that's it. I might add some black pepper on top, actually. Okay, and this is BLT pizza. Like I said, this is so nostalgic. My mom used to make it all the time in the summer when I was a kid, and it's just so good, especially on a really hot summer day, which it's so hot today. Good morning, you guys. It is the next morning, and we pretty much just relaxed the rest of the night last night. We were both still really tired from traveling, so we just kind of took it easy and ended up falling asleep on the couch until like 4 in the morning. So now the next day, I didn't end up getting around to meal prepping yesterday because the day just went so fast and I was so tired. So I'm making some juice to start the day today. I'm gonna have this with some breakfast. I have a really busy day today. I have some projects that I need to do some editing on. I need to catch up with my assistant slash manager. I haven't talked to her since 2 weeks ago because we were out of the country last week. So we're gonna do a check-in call today. I also have to leave and go to the dentist in about an hour. Unfortunately, I have to get 3 cavities filled. I haven't had a cavity since I was like, I don't know, 10 years old, and now I have 3 of them. Apparently, pregnancy strips you of calcium, so it makes like your gums and your teeth really sensitive and weak, I guess, and more susceptible to getting cavities and things like that. And unfortunately, I have 3, so I'm getting those filled today. It's going to be a very expensive dentist visit, and I'm really praying it's not too painful. I have the lowest pain tolerance, and I always need so much Novocaine, and we have to do 3 of them today. So I'm praying that it goes quickly and is the least painful as possible. Oh, for today's juice, I forgot to mention, it is pineapple, carrot, orange, lemon, ginger, and turmeric. I feel like this is just my go-to anytime I want to boost my immunity. I know you guys saw me doing my immune powder earlier in the video, but that's another pregnancy thing, I guess, is your immune system is just like on overdrive, or it's weaker or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but pregnancy is just strips you of a lot. And like I said, we have a ton of travel this month and next month, so I'm just trying to do everything I possibly can to stay healthy for me, obviously, and of course for the baby. So anyway, this is like my immune, I call it my sunshine juice because it just tastes like sunshine. It tastes so good and refreshing, and I'm gonna sip on this morning, and then we have a little bit for the rest of the week before we head out of town again. Okay, before I end the video, I did want to do a little recap on our trip to Mexico. It was so fun, but also very, very, very different than I think I was anticipating. I'll start with the not so positive things and then end on the positive things because there were a lot of really good parts. In my personal experience, Mexico City is not the best place to go for the first time if you are pregnant. The elevation is a lot higher, so I think it's 7,200 feet, but with just growing and just becoming more pregnant every day, I was just so out of breath all the time. Another thing is we did not do our research enough. We have been trying to plan a trip out of the country, just one more before baby boy comes. We got down to about a week out until we wanted to leave and go somewhere just based on our upcoming schedule, and we had to make a decision. So we were like, let's just go to Mexico City. Typically we're the type of people that can kind of just go with the flow, and a lot of times, especially in a city where there's a lot to do, you can just kind of stumble upon things. You'll always find something good, but I think it really would have benefited us to do more research on what was available, the different areas, and kind of plan out a little bit more of an itinerary, because I think we could have gotten more out of the trip. I think it was just my circumstances, me being pregnant for the first time and not knowing all these feelings and how much I can handle. I think we were just a little bit ambitious, thinking we could just like run around a really busy huge city while I'm pregnant. I definitely see why people have very chill baby moons. Now on to some positive things, because it really is such an incredible place and I'm so glad that we got to go and experience it. There is like a coffee shop or a cute cafe or bakery on literally every street corner. Like there are so many cute places to just bop around and grab a bite to eat. We were getting pastries and coffee every single day. We would stop in for a couple tacos just as we were walking around. So that was really nice that there's like so much available just anywhere you walk. There was two areas that we really enjoyed. One is Roma Norte and the other one is Condesa. Both of them have tree-lined streets. There is so much vegetation and it's just absolutely beautiful, especially for being in the middle of a really busy city. We did do an excursion. Jesse had booked us a hot air balloon ride over the pyramids and that was incredible. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. We got to go up and see the morning sun and then we flew over the pyramids, and then when we landed we got to have breakfast. There was a mariachi band and it was just a really cool experience. It took about half of the day because we had to drive out of the city a little bit, but that was definitely one of my favorite parts of the entire trip. And of course, the food in Mexico City is just unbeatable. There is so much food there, and not only so much to choose from, but so many like Michelin recommended restaurants and little taco shops. Just so much incredible art and just creativity and just really good tasting food. So that was amazing because I have a lot more of an appetite now. So it was so nice to just be able to bop in somewhere and know that we're gonna get good food. I did write a little list of our favorite places that we went, so I will make sure to put that in the description in case you are visiting Mexico City anytime soon. And speaking of food, one of the coolest things that we did, we definitely splurged on this, but it was worth every penny. We went to a 2 Michelin star restaurant and you get served a 10-course meal. It was definitely a lot of things that I would have never tried before. We ate a lot of insects. Honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't know about all of that until the end of the meal. They did come out after we had already eaten everything and told us what we had consumed, and I'm kind of glad they waited until the end because I think it would have given me a different perspective when I was eating it. But I think we had ant larva, cricket, flying ant, and one other one, I forget. A very unique experience, but I love food. I think that there is so much art in the culinary world, and it was just incredible to get to experience this and just see different ways of putting different flavors together and colors and textures. We were there for I think 3 or 3.5 hours. There was absolutely no rush. They even gave us a tour of the kitchen afterwards. I was asking all kinds of questions about their process of everything because I'm just so fascinated. There's so much organization that goes into it. So that was definitely a huge highlight of the trip. The restaurant's called Quintanil and we just had a really great night, and it's definitely one that I will remember forever. So that is my recap of Mexico City. Definitely somewhere that I would like to go back to, maybe when I have a little bit more energy and endurance to walk around. But I'm really glad we got to experience it. It was great to have another trip out of the country and see another culture. That being said, I'm so happy to be home, and I'm also really excited to be heading to the beach in just a couple days. That is my ultimate happy place. I just want to sit and listen to the ocean. I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day, so I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm so excited to be doing more long form content. I am gonna be doing 2 videos a month, but let me know in the comments what you guys want to see in my long form content. If there's anything specific, I will see you guys in the next one.